Right, man. In states specifically like Texas, Arizona, Oregon, I mean, those states are very critical when it comes to this new coronavirus. Now, a lot of businesses has been reopening. I remember states like Michigan, TJ Maxx has been reopening, and it's been a lot of people in long lines. I'm pretty sure they had the 6 feet rule. They're trying to mitigate it, but there's a lot of hospital officials. They stated that, okay, we're going to need more hospital beds. In the state of Texas, they tested at least 674 out of 100,000 residents. And then you have, compared to other states, they did like 1,000 tests for testing for over 100,000. And I believe New York is leading over 2,000 some cases, man. So according to the analysis, and when you think about this, real interesting here how Oregon, they had like a church, a gathering of like 200 people singing together and holding hands. So when churches are been reopening in some states, I mean, they've been increasing due to the, like I said, the George Floyd protests and the rioting. People are getting it. People, I can really disclose what I do, but people that I know has been getting it. That's quarantine, little things like that. So I mean, it is something that's out there. Some people say that it's just basically a bad flu, it's a bad cold. It really shouldn't be nothing to take you out. Now, if you have a respiratory infection, it may be expedite that, and you can probably have some really detrimental health issues. Okay, but they encourage, like, at least people that's 65 and older, of course, to stay home. It's going to be interesting how we're going to move forward into this country here. It's going to take maybe a year or two for a vaccine to happen. Saying Bill Gates may be the one leading it. I mean, it's all kinds of investigations going on, China, all this stuff going on, man, because all of a sudden that this coronavirus has hit, destroyed the economy a little bit, but the stock markets, and I'll say the airline stocks, are going up. So that's a positive fact. If those of you who are involved into investing in the stocks, please get involved in that, like airlines, oil and gas, production companies. Invest in JetBlue Airways, Southwest Airlines. You can get involved in Spirit Airlines. I mean, you can get involved to a lot of things, man. I mean, those are really main and transportation companies. Those are the main stocks, man. Tesla is a little expensive, but you get into Ford over $7 a share, and investing in the cash out. You put a little bit in, buy low, you sell high, or you want to get into the long term. Mainly, a lot of people. It depends on your goals, but mainly a lot of people get into stocks for the long term, right? So when you invest in this stock, you hold it. You hold it as long as possible. That's the purpose. That's the purpose. You hold it as long as possible, and until you can make a profit off it, man. I mean, it goes up and down. The market trades from Monday through Friday. So I will say, it has been fluctuating a little bit, but the major airways, they too big. Those corporations are too big to fail. So despite this whole COVID stuff, even like Nevada, they have one of the highest peaks ever, man. I mean, they even reopened MGM resorts. Okay, and outdoor water resorts, Little Caesars Entertainment, and I invested in that a little bit. So I mean, people still trying to find ways to travel. I mean, the traveling tickets, even to get to, I looked it up, even to go to California from here, man, it's about $243, and $143 in addition if you want a hotel as well. So I mean, it's crazy, man. But this is the type of changes that we're in. So I mean, despite all the negativity, I mean, if you have some money come in, a little bit of income, if you want to make some passive income, get into the stock game, probably make a video about that a little later on. But that's a good alternative move to really boost yourself, put some positivity out and create some money, man. That's the whole important thing, and just putting food on the table. But despite a lot of emotions that's going on right here, it's going to be very difficult to contain a lot of people in their homes right now. I mean, people are really become activists at this moment, man, and they're sick of this. They're sick of like you being told what to do. They feel they having their rights stripped away, and African Americans are still getting killed by the cops unjustly. So, I mean, something has to give. So, at the end of the day, man, I mean, you're not protecting yourself because you're touching things. You get it from surfaces. I mean, it's fomites there everywhere. Bacterial infections on substances, everything, man. When you buy stuff from the store, you touching doorknobs. I mean, you constantly washing your hands. I mean, your immune system has to develop that, but if you continuously washing your hands, then you're not going to develop a stronger immune system. There's a lot of things, the technicality that goes on. So I don't know how senators and the government or mayors are really going to help people to stay at home and to defend themselves from the second wave. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. I mean, it's America and the world in general. I mean, people's stuff got to move forward. The economy got to keep going. I mean, it's people be on the rise. That's how it is, man. So that's gonna really never ever happen, especially at this moment right now. So but that's all I really have to say, man. You know, people just want to get involved into the beauty and the cosmetics, man. I mean, businesses need and they're starving. You got Hertz company is filed for bankruptcy. I think JCPenney filed for bankruptcy. It's just so many things, man. A lot of CEOs resign, losing their money. So it's a downturn effect. So at the end of the day, man, I mean, you're gonna be secluded for so long. You know, people gotta eventually get an education and stuff like that. Yeah, you got internet access, but some people can't afford it. You know, some people really prefer that traditional in-house, environment. And then too, if they can't afford it, they probably at home with someone that they don't care for, or they don't like, or I'm talking about like adolescents. Okay, the only way they can get some closure and peace of mind is at a specific building. You get what I'm saying? So we don't know what's going on in other people's household. Domestic violence is skyrocketing. So this is a very a hurtful thing in the country. But that's all I really have to say. If you really want to, like I said, just combat the second wave. Like I said, just guard your families. If you're religious, if you believe in God, just pray to Him. Try to find any type of ways to invest in stocks, man. Some people do forex and foreign exchange currency. Just find different and creative ways, man, to make some passive income. I think that's one of the best solutions. And just try not to, and do your research on the news as well, and try not to get too emotional when things be happening, because especially on Facebook and different sources and CNN, they just tell you what they want to tell you, that you want to hear. That's only specifically on one's perspective. So just get all your information from many different sources, man. But that's all we have to say, man. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe. This is my thoughts on the second wave. I love you guys. Take care.